What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? LOL Mixed Radio. This is LOL After Dark. Baby. Your favorite show with your incredible, wonderful, beautiful host, Jrayma, Saree. And your boy, Hade. Yeah. Tonight, we talking about personalities, alphas versus betas. Baby. Jrayma, you ready?
She ready.
Ready. But first, before we jump into the show, tonight's trivia. None of y'all got it from last week, so we're going to give you another chance, but this is a whole other bill. Tonight, win, baby. Okay? All you got to do is guess the first two numbers in the serial number right there. Just guess the first two numbers, and this is yours. Okay? That's right. Woo! And don't forget to go cop your official LOL Mixed Radio gear. All day. These are the types. Look how sexy those is, baby.
Yes, honey. Get that merch.
Yeah. Taffy silk, baby, with the name down the scissors.
Yeah.
Okay. All day. Don't forget to get your hats. Get your gear. Let's get it in. We got two special guests tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rock it off.
We got Dell J.
Oh, is that Miss Dell?
Hi. Hey, how you doing, girl?
Okay. Yo, Dell, where you hailing from?
Upstate New York.
Oh, we got some upstaters in the house tonight.
Upstate New York.
Awesome.
Okay, Dell.
Yes.
I know you've heard of the socio personalities known as alphas, betas. You may have heard of some of the others, sigmas, omegas, and so on and so on. What do you consider yourself to be? Give us 30 seconds. What's Dell? What are you?
I'm considered an alpha female. I've heard that from various people, so I didn't really give myself that title, but I'm considered alpha.
Okay. I see your shirt says badass.
Yeah.
It does.
So what makes you an alpha?
Well, I have sort of maybe a aggressive personality, and I believe I do have a very feminine side, but also I can't ignore my masculine side. So it causes me to be a little driven, maybe a little controlling at times, and maybe just, a little more edgy than maybe some men would like.
Thank you. I like that honesty in that answer. Haz asked me what I understood alpha to be, and I mentioned feminine. I mentioned that alphas typically have a lot of masculine energy. That goes for the women and the men.
It does.
And I've never considered myself an alpha female. Never. Because I wouldn't. Some may rival, may say that based upon the videos, I seem really aggressive. I don't view myself as really aggressive. I don't. I view myself as assertive. I think I'm opinionated, and my tone is sharp. But in reality, I have more feminine energy, and I typically draw alpha males or masculine men. And
you can have a very assertive personality and be very feminine, but still an alpha female. So,
Got it. Because I've never really been 100% sure what a true alpha female is. I just always thought it was a super successful, outgoing, in-your-face chick who knows what she wants and gets what she wants, who's aggressive, who's like a lioness.
But you're right.
And I've never.
You know what that is?
What?
That's a single woman.
You trying to be funny? What's up?
That's what that is. That's a single woman.
Okay.
That's what you're describing.
Oh my God! Did you just say?
She ain't getting nobody. But
Mm.
let me ask y'all a question, okay? Here's my question. In your opinions, can two alphas coexist? Is that a power couple?
Well, from my perspective, it is problematic. It is problematic when you have two alphas that don't know their role. But if you have two alphas that at any given time, one can be a beta and one can be an alpha, and then vice versa, it works. It works. I don't think many alpha men are attracted to alpha females because they don't want to share that spot and they don't want to fight with anyone for it. But a man that is he's sound and he knows, you know, what he wants, he can find it in an alpha female as long as she knows when and how to be an alpha.
Okay.
Pause.
Okay, Jrayma, you feel
Pause
the
for
same?
a second, Hassan. Pause. Yaasmiyn is in the waiting room. I just wanted you to know. So
Okay, we got another caller. Yeah. Let's spice it up. Bring on in. Who we got? We got Yaz over here. Okay. Little
Hi, Yaz, turn
topsy-turvy.
yourself around.
Is that you?
Turn your
You gotta turn the camera, baby. Turn the camera, baby. Just maybe hold it a different way and let's see what happens. There you go. Yeah. Let's give her a round of applause. How you doing, Yaasmiyn?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you. How are you both doing?
Wow. I'm good.
Excellent. Welcome to the show. This is LOL After Dark, baby. We got Dell in the house from upstate New York. Yaz, where you calling from?
I'm calling from the Bronx, New York.
Ooh, be extra in the house, baby. Okay, so we just posed the question, can two alphas coexist? You familiar with alphas and betas and those personality types?
Yes, I am.
Are you an alpha or a beta, sigma, omega?
Well, I would consider myself to be an alpha woman. And in all honesty, I don't believe that two alphas can coexist. No. Because it's going to be a power struggle.
But isn't that a power couple?
No. Not at all.
Beyonce might be two alphas, right?
No. Someone in the relationship has to be a little submissive. So
that's gonna be Jay, huh?
It has to be.
Okay. All right. So somebody has to be submissive. So you guys are familiar with omegas? Do you know the term omega?
I have no idea.
No.
Not as a personality.
Right.
I'm gonna give you guys a little bit. Do any of Dell, you know what an omega is?
No.
Yaasmiyn?
No,
right.
I don't.
So the omegas are the opposite of the alphas. They're basically, although the term sounds really strong, I'm an omega. It's the introverted version to the extroverted version of an alpha. And omegas are charismatic. They don't need to have all the attention and everything that an alpha would need. And they basically can be viewed as sometimes creepy or awkward, but usually brilliant, creative. And then you have betas who are more easygoing, introverted, may not be as confident, have some insecurities, can be considered to be quote unquote nice guys, nice gals. And then you have sigmas who are said to be a little bit of everything and a little bit more manipulative, more of the mastermind, more cunning and intuitive, and who are maybe less confident, don't have as much swagger as alpha, but can be the most powerful and dominant of all of the socio personalities because they can be the most persuasive and the most cunning. So you may think somebody's an alpha, and really they're a sigma, and they just macking up on your ass. You see what I'm saying? So,
I like that.
Is there, in your opinions, out of that, ideal mate?
Well, I'll tell you what, Haz, I would consider myself an Omega. Now, Haz has known me long enough to have a good opinion. We've known each other for a very, very long time. I think that I can balance out an alpha. I'm not controlling. I'm not a controlling woman. I am by nature a very submissive woman. I can handle a controlling alpha because I do believe that alphas have a tendency, let's just say it differently. I don't want to say controlling. Let's say alphas take charge, right? That has a better connotation than being controlled, right? Alphas know how to take charge. And I think I balance an alpha out pretty well. Because like I mentioned earlier, I attract a lot of alpha masculine men. Sometimes, to be honest with you, I attract very dominant men, which is not healthy. It's not necessarily healthy, but two alphas together, in general, it can't really work, but it could work. I'm a firm believer, ladies, that in a relationship, the woman must submit. I believe in submission. I do.
There's certain instances that I believe that as well. But just like I like when you said take charge, we're going to use that instead of being controlling, because I date alpha males.
Mm-hmm.
I date alpha males, but it kind of works because I know when to be a beta. But they need to know that I'm able to take charge when it needs to be, when it has to happen. Sometimes we, as women, we take charge of our household. We usually take charge of our bills. We usually, make sure everything is the way it should be. And, that most of the time is our role. But knowing when not to fight and to choose your battles is a smart alpha. So I believe, that alphas can coexist together, but you just gotta both know exactly what your role is and not really overstep too much of your boundaries to make the other person feel like they're not needed, or, you can do without them, or whatever the case may be. But it can happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yes. What type of men do you or women do you typically attract? Because we don't know what you like, men, women. Either way, we dig it. But
Yeah. So my preference is actually both. However, when it comes to dating men, I do prefer dating beta men. I feel that beta men are a little bit more flexible in regards to just working with. When I say like working with, having a healthy relationship. I do like to have control, so to speak. Not control where I'm dominating things. And I think that's based off the fact that, like the other young woman was saying, that a lot of times we do take care of things, So I think that's something that I personally need to work on. But I do prefer beta men. Women, I would prefer to be beta as well.
You know what? I like y'all's. Y'all's over here, Jrayma and Dell. Y'all's a little too aggressive. Yeah.
No, I think it's the submissive. For me, it's kind of hard for me to be submissive.
Why is it hard?
Why is it hard for me to be submissive? Because I've never really played that role of being submissive. I've always been the one to lead someone and to tell someone exactly what I like and how I like it. And so they've always been the one to follow. And that's in a lot of my relationships. So I think that's something for me that I need to work on if I do meet someone that is the alpha.
And when you say submissive, because the guys might be a little bit like, the hell is she talking about? Submissive, a submissive guy? Is that like a dude that you're pegging him up his ass or something? Like, you got a flea collar on this dude? What is he submitting to?
Not necessarily, but if that's what he's into, then I that as well.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. What, ladies, according to a poll, but we have our own poll here on LOL After Dark. What personality do you think would be the best lover? And this could be a male or female. We're
Might
talking
be
alphas, omegas, betas, and sigmas. Go ahead, Dell, since you jumped in. Go ahead.
I think it might be a beta. I'm not familiar with the omega title or the sigma title too much, other than what you've explained to me. But I think a beta, because like she said, a beta is more flexible. So you might get a beta to maybe actively participate in something that maybe alpha might be headstrong about not doing or something like that. So I think a beta might be a better lover, on just that premise.
I agree because of the flexibility. And I think that when you're with an alpha is like the individual that, in my opinion, sees it's their way usually or the highway. And with a beta, a beta can see two sides, if that makes sense. And I think the beta is more flexible and more open to doing things that an alpha person may not be open to doing. So there needs to be some type of balance.
Okay, give our head people out here scratching their head like, hold on, what are they talking about? These flexibilities that these men, these, you know what I'm saying? Like, can each one of you give one example of flexibility? What would be a flexibility in the bed?
Well, I mean, this might sound a little crazy, but people are into a lot of different things. So I'm not
Just
saying
give
I'm
one.
into this, but I'm just saying,
Come on.
some men might be like, oh, they don't like they're behind being touched, or they don't, you know what I mean? They don't want you to handle them a certain way because it makes them feel a certain kind of way. It makes them, I guess, I don't know, a little uncomfortable, maybe a little insecure. And alpha might be like, no, I mean, I don't want you to touch my ass, or I don't want you know what I mean? Where, maybe a beta might be open to it and, not so headstrong about the no. The no might be a like soft no. You know what I mean?
So you want to play in his butt. Jrayma, go ahead and give us one example of where you made alpha or beta or somebody flex their flexibility.
I think sexual preference and sexuality can be interchangeable with different social personalities. I'm an omega, right? I believe. Some people will say I am an alpha, right? Because I do get very assertive and I'm direct. I feel what I feel, right? But I have moments of wanting to be dominant.
So give an example of when you dominated. Come on, you beating around the bush. Beating around the bush. Come on.
I mean, the only example that pops in my head, as Dell said, was booty play. I mean, listen, if we're that really is one of the determining factors when you talk about flexibility, booty play with men. Some men are with it, some men are not. Now, interestingly enough, I've been with an alpha male, honey, that like his salad tossed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying I don't know. I don't really know.
They don't want to stick a carrot up your ass. Go ahead, pop that shit.
I'm just saying that being an alpha, you wear whatever hat you want to wear. When you're not an alpha, you cannot wear multiple hats because
so I wear
they won't allow you. So you are allowed,
and it better be an LOL Mixed Radio hat. That's all I'm saying.
You can be a beta, and you be a omega, and you can be a sigma because that's what you want to be in that moment. And that's why it's important when a lot of people, you're saying you are submissive, but it's because you choose to be submissive, not because no one's forcing you to do so.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
I know how to boss up too.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce a new term tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This term is an alpha breaker.
Oh,
okay.
That one down there, Dell, that's an alpha breaker.
Oh my God.
She will break your alpha ass down into a beta.
Ooh.
I'm going to accept that as a compliment, but I'm going to do it lovingly. I'm going to do it lovingly to the point where he wants to be whatever it is that I need him to be in that moment. But when I need him to be an alpha, he will return in full swing. That's a true alpha. With an alpha man, he's confident in who he is at all moments. So he can fall back and be a beta, and he can fall back and still wear his alpha hat like nothing happened because he's confident and he knows who he is.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I've dated alphas because that's what I'm attracted to. I'm a big girl. When I say a big girl, not a big, I'm a big girl and I like big men. And big men are usually alpha men, usually, not all the time, but they're so confident in who they are. They allow you to be an alpha because it doesn't bother them. It doesn't bother them. Okay. Because they know, they understand, okay, she needs maybe to get something off her neck or whatever. She's going to be this way. And you know what I mean? At least she knows not to go too far with it. It's okay.
I would agree with Dell. I think it's about self-confidence and knowing who you are, self-awareness first and foremost. It's not really about clinging on to titles to express who you are. It's just about being aware of who you are and what you like and what type of energy you bring into any type of relationship that reflects upon who you are as the individual.
And a lot of alphas publicly, they're this big, bigger than life personality. And you'll be surprised behind closed doors and in the bedroom, they're as humble as a lamb. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that they're not an alpha.
He's not an alpha when you're pegging him.
Who says that anybody's pegging anybody? I'm just saying that.
Alpha breaker.
Okay.
Let me give you ladies a few traits before we wrap this one up, because this one been on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, drop your comments below. Who you feeling on this show tonight? Because I'm a little. All right, alphas. This is a few reasons of why they may or may not be the best person to date. According to a recent survey of 1,000 alphas and betas, alphas tend to not do things that you want them to do. They do things that they want to do. Okay? And knowing Jrayma and Dell's comments tonight, and probably Yaasmiyn's, y'all might have a little bit too much alpha flowing through your veins. Okay, alphas tend to believe that they are always correct. I'm not saying no names. Alphas can be controlling. Still not saying any names. Alphas tend to not handle emotions well. Can you ladies handle your emotions?
Would you my emotions or other people's emotions? Because I'm very in control.
Yours or others?
I don't handle other people very well, but I handle my emotions very well.
You ever slap the shit out of somebody?
Yeah.
You are alpha. Alphas tend to be a little egotistical. Alphas cannot allow their partner to be the center of attention.
That's not
true.
Okay. Most alphas tend to not view their partner as good enough. Dig deep in your souls before you shake your heads. Yeah. I see some of y'all's eyes lighten up a little bit. Okay. Alphas tend to not be able to handle a partner as strong as they.
That might be true.
I can handle anybody.
I don't think an alpha female pays much attention to that. As long as her male is accepting her as an alpha and she's accepting him as an alpha, like I said, she will know when it is imperative for her to flex her muscle. But it's not always imperative for an alpha to behave like an alpha. You don't have to behave like alpha to know that you are one. I don't got to put my foot on nobody's neck. I mean, he knows how far it's okay for him to go.
Yeah, I like how you just saying hims. What about the hers? Yes, hers, dating women. Is it the same thing?
I wouldn't say it's the same thing. I think women typically are a little bit more submissive. Some women, not all. I can't say all women. No, I'll take that back. Excuse me. I think it's different. I think it's different because of the emotions too. I think some women are more in tune with their emotions. So it just might be a little different. But I personally date femmes. So I think that's the reason why I like, women that can be submissive.
Shout out to the femmes. Male or female, if you're a femme, shout out to. We're not discriminating. Here's a plus. Alphas can be very passionate, very considerate, and very chivalrous. They may open a door for you, take your garbage out for you, check on you to make sure you're okay, though not insinuating that they don't think you can handle yourself, but just to check on you, you all right, baby? They can be great around the house, tend to take charge and clean up and, do the little things that they
mow the lawn and everything like that. Yes.
Yes, there you go. That their woman or their partner would like, And lastly but not leastly, they can be very physical in the bed. Okay.
Those are all positives. Thank you.
Those are all positives. Yes.
All positives. Yeah.
Really? All of them are positives? Controlling, not handling emotions well. You hear this one?
Well, let's ask you a question, Haz. When you're in a relationship, do you play the alpha role or are you the beta?
I'm everything. Alpha, beta, sigma, omega. I'm all of that.
You are. Okay. You need to talk to somebody who dated you.
Yeah, but for the record, listen, nation, ain't nobody pegging me. So.
Good to know.
Listeners like, he getting pegged. No.
Okay.
No.
Maybe a little tongue action or something like that, maybe.
Okay.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Is that where we draw the line?
That's the line.
Okay.
Does all of our panel here tonight date both sexes except me, of course?
No, I said except me as well.
No? Jrayma, you date women?
No, I don't.
So only me and Yaasmiyn date women?
Right. Apparently, yes.
That's a shame. Y'all need to step y'all game up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. We're gonna let the audience decide this one out. Is you an alpha, you an omega, you a beta, you a sigma? Drop your comments down below. We'd like to thank our wonderful guests. We had Dell on here tonight, upstate New York. We had Yaasmiyn from the Bronx, the wonderful, intriguing, always lovely Jrayma, Saree, and your boy Hade. This has been another exciting episode of LOL After Dark.
Yes.
Baby.
Bye, guys.
Alphas.
Bye. See you later.
First. Betas. We're gonna catch y'all on the next one.